we up. We live. What's up, family? What's up, family? Black Signal went out. Black Signal is out. It's a pleasure to be here this evening. I want to welcome you to the congregation of the mighty, where your hustle builds muscle. And this is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Thank you for being on point, girl. Anime is on it. This is a Heart of a Summer production. And right now we are on Tribal Quotes. And this is a Heart of a Summer production. We strive to do nothing but blow up your old paradigms. Alright, let's see what's going on. Make sure the chat is open. Make sure y'all here. So I sent out the Black Signal on the Black Signal. I included a copy of the sample newsletter Go and check that out. You know what I'm saying? For those that want to get involved. Let's get to building. It's time for us to do some real work. Now, we have the G&J Mall popping off on the 23rd. That is this Kuumba. That's 2 days from now. We will be gathering. We will have vendors in the place. And we will open it up for the community. We want the community to come out. We need your support. So the vendors need your support as well. So come on out. Also on the same day at 3 p.m. we will be having our movie and discussion. We will be watching The Purge, the very first, what they call the prequel, the first Purge. And we're going to be talking about it and the symbolism as it applies to us. Lines are open 9614-556-4535. Y'all know how we get down. Y'all call in and we can have a discussion. If not, we just going to break down the Proverbs. Call it a night. You know what I'm saying? I was planning to take this whole thing on to the next level, but of course, the chords that I need are nowhere around, and I don't know why. I do know why, but I should say why. I ain't going to say why on air right now. I'm not going to do it. I'm tempted, but I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not. So we are up on our water today. I done kept up with my amount of water today, and everything's going good. So what we're going to do right now real quick is I am going to read, we got the Proverbs, but also I want to share some of the news that's popping up on the Gye-Nyame Journey timeline. Of course, I just mentioned the first Purge will be shown on Kuumba at 3 p.m. It's part of the market to help bring people in, so you come and shop before and possibly shop during and even after the movie and still have time to come in and check out the discussion so that we could build. What doing more than 40 push-ups in 1 minute might do for your health. You know what I'm saying? We posted that up there. Those in Gye-Nyame Journey don't have to thank me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know. You know what I'm saying? You get those ups, sit-ups, push-ups. You know what I'm saying? And then when you saying them days wrong, you do them ups, including myself. So we all out here doing them, trying to get in physical shape. Because remember, we can't take care of our ancestors. We can't really do any nation building if we are out of shape. So we got to kind of get that cardiovascular system pumping. So we got a news article on Gye-Nyame Journey about that. You think you got anger issues? The power of Martin Luther King Jr.'s anger and how he dealt with some of his anger issues. Because I know, some of us have to, hopefully some of y'all have to know that brother Martin had some anger. And the question is, how was he able to deal with his anger? And there's a real good news broadcast on NPR about that. We posted that up on Gye-Nyame Journey. We'll be talking about that in the upcoming newsletter. Hate groups count hits 20-year high and rise in white supremacy, reports finds. This is from the USA Today. Of course, we know, and y'all think it's bad now. Wait till black folks start talking about this black agenda. And we're going to have more than white supremacy to worry about. It's going to be a lot of other shit popping off once we really start throwing up our interest up in front of everybody. And people are going to be like, y'all not team players. Y'all not doing it right. Y'all not supposed to be like this. Why are you so angry? Why are you so angry? We all the same. No, we not. Not at least not in America. We not all the same. And this is definitely gonna be it's gonna be some powerful discussions going on. We're gonna really find out who is for us and who is against us. And I'm really looking forward to this election season that's gonna be coming up. And I'm gonna be looking very closely at the race and seeing who is talking about interests that apply directly to us. directly to us. And also, y'all need to be on the lookout because on this 2020 census, they are really going to start trying to count how many people are possibly DOS that may be on there, ADOS, as well as how many immigrants and stuff like that. And we may start finding out that there might be a few more of us, and we might have a little bit more voting power than we really think, right? But hey, that's here to that's out there for us to see. I got something up here today about a meditation exercise where you look at yourself in the mirror for 30 days straight. Full length mirror, no clothes on. Sound kind of freaky, kind of, but actually is a good personal meditation. Now you don't do this in public. It's just you. But I'm kind of comparing this to what we need to do as a people. Start learning how to look at ourselves and really start to fall back in love with who we are. Fall back in love with what we come from. Start showing some pride in being able to survive something that other people would have faltered a long time ago, family. Because I don't know if y'all know, but if you look at the plans that were launched on populations that went through a slavery process, I've been on my grind all day. That hustle builds muscle and also wears you out as well. But the populations that usually go through slavery are supposed to be eliminated at the end of their tenure. You know what I'm saying? Supposed to be, if you're not totally assimilated, you are to be eliminated. The goal of slavery is to eliminate that population because you don't have to pay them back. You know what I'm saying? You don't want them raising some of the complaints that will be coming soon, right? And hey. And then also they got something on NPR again, growing marijuana industry struggles to attract employees of color, where a lot of our lives and a lot of our family lives were disturbed by marijuana, whether through smoking, but the very strict laws that were applied to it and the way they applied it to our community. A lot of us are not getting into this new booming industry, and a lot of us can't afford to. And this speaks more so towards the massive wealth gap that I've been talking about on the show, that you've been hearing about all over the internet. When anybody that's talking about ADOS that's not really looking at the racial wealth gap is not really doing their work. You know what I'm saying? And one of the reasons we can't get into this booming industry, right? The main reason we can't get into this booming industry is because of the wealth gap. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, because if you look at some of the stuff that you had, you got to have a certain amount of money in the bank that you know what I'm saying, that's just there. And you know what I'm saying? How many of us actually have bank accounts where it's like tens of thousands of dollars just sitting, other than your retirement account? Tens of thousands of dollars just sitting around. And in some cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars just sitting around. We can't get into business because the business wasn't designed for us to get into. And we have to understand it. So they talking about some programs or some assistance that may be out there for certain growers in certain states and cities. And hell, we need some of that in our city. You know what I'm saying? Some of that in our city. If it's going to become legal in Ohio, we need to make sure that it is a truly open and leveled out playing field so that we can get on it, right? Or if it's not going to be leveled out, then it needs to be leaning towards us. In some cities, they are requiring that black folks are able to get involved with this industry. Since we were disappropriate, since we were the effect on us was unbalanced. And then we also have Chicago police blast Jesse Smollett phony attack, bogus police report causes real harm. I don't speak on a lot of that shit because it's like, yo, I'm just like, when I hear shit like, didn't sound right. But I ain't want to be the first one to be like, that shit don't sound right. Because, oftentimes when you're the first one out there, you be getting all types of hate and shit. But I'm quiet. Maybe I might need to start talking up on some shit because I've been jumped and I've jumped a couple of motherfuckers and some shit just don't. Usually when you run into a motherfucker, unless you know exactly where they're gonna be, you don't have the proper equipment to jump a motherfucker. The whole point, usually what happens with jumping a motherfucker is usually spur of the moment. You understand what I'm saying? Unless you know exactly where this motherfucker's gonna be. Just saying. Alright, so this week, Folktale of the Week was The Hares and the Frog. I have it posted up on the timeline. Hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit of writing on the website. So tonight, yeah, but what about all the white people who cry wolf and blame one of us? I'm not necessarily even judging him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. You're right. What about him? You know what I'm saying? Because this brother came out, but then also you got to realize, was he saying it was because he was one of us or because he was LGBTQ? Somebody help me. What is it? What the fuck is it now? I don't know. Was it because, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what he was claiming, and we need to be clear on that. He wasn't saying they jumped him because he was a black man. He was saying they jumped him because he was gay. That's what I picked up on. That whole piece. They roll with that shit. So, go on, keep that. Keep it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, yo, if that shit happened, that black dudes that happened, you know what I'm saying? Shit, but he didn't want to claiming us. That wasn't why they did it. Right? He's making us look bad. I ain't gonna say, shit, he ain't making me look bad. He ain't making you look bad. He ain't, shit. I'm bringing him up because he's in the news. Too many acronyms for that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't keep up with it. To each his own. So, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not mad. I'm not disappointed. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, he said what it was. They attacked him because he was gay, not because he was black. He's a gay guy that just happened to be black. And, they just happened to have all the equipment to whoop his ass properly. I don't understand, and then especially not really being connected to him, not really being, how the fuck did they know where you going? I'm just asking those questions, but probably wrong of me to ask that, You know how people get. Oh, brother, how you gonna ask all that? That's too much information, brother. That don't matter. Okay, whatever. So we won't get straight into the folk tales. Anybody want to call in number 614-556-4535? We can hit the proverbs and as well as hit some of the news if y'all want to talk about it. Some other stuff going on too. We got a whole bunch of stuff going on in America, and a lot of it got to do with us. I'm loving it. Every time I open up my YouTube timeline, I'm seeing hashtag ADOS. I'm loving the discussion. Hashtag ADOS versus Pan-Africanism. Hashtag ADOS. How will they deal with biracial people? Hashtag ADOS. It's a scam. Hashtag ADOS. I'm just loving seeing that shit up. Hashtag ADOS. We are not bots. Hashtag. I'm just loving to see us at the center of conversation because family, once again, in our politics, we have to become selfish. We have to start looking out for our own interests. That's very, very important. And I need people to understand that we're not just coming at Kamala Harris. We're not just going to come at Cory Booker. You know what I'm saying? That the old dude that's about to get in the race, him and Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? Bernie Sanders, Joe Biden, Marianne Williamson. Everybody needs to make sure that they have us on the agenda, especially if they're coming to any city near any of us, because we need to be able to ask the questions that lead them into discussing the black agenda so that we can know whether or not you're worthy of our vote. We're not supporting nobody that's not going to be taking our agenda ahead full steam. You understand what I'm saying? We need to start making sure that people understand, damn, we've been here long enough. It's time for us to not be timid like the rabbits. Not be over timid like the frogs in the last folktale. We need to be able to stand up, get out, and get it. All right, so here we go. All right. Let me check the messages one more time. Once again, call in number 614-556-4535. 614-556-4535. All right, here we go. Day 61, we're pulling from Gye-Nyame Journey Workbook, Tribal Quotes by Brother Hatim. Day 61. Barking dogs seldom bite. That's an English proverb. As soon as we stop worrying, a solution pops up. That's David D. Notorious. Last but not least, the old man's mouth may be twisted, but not his words. That's from Zambia. So once again, barking dogs seldom bite. What? 2. As soon as we stop worrying, a solution pops up. 3. The old man's mouth may be twisted, but not his words. Proverb number 3. So, Sister Cynthia, since you on the line, let me know. Should we start with Proverb 1, 2, or 3? Come on now. I'm waiting. Do 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 doom. All right, let's see if anybody posting anything up. Oh, it seems like everybody is on my other Facebook page. So let me check what's going on there, so we can start some conversations real quick. All right, computer moving slow. I got all these things pulling on. Oh, I should have put my camera on Wi-Fi. Man, I was trying to have the sound so crisp for y'all today, but I can't find my cords. All right, let's see. There we go with the bullshit. All right, so it says no, I have no, of course, okay. I don't know what's going on. They won't let me chat. And then I'm starting to find out, okay, I'm seeing what's going on. Then I'm starting to find out that my thing is not, for some reason, I can't keep, I've been saving this till I get in, I see you, Sister Cynthia. I'm working on it right now, sis. I'm working on it right now. Let me see if I get to, because for some reason, it allows me to stream, but it will not keep my stuff on there. 1, thank you. See, I knew it was on here. Thank you, Sister Cynthia, because the new post is not popping up on here. So let me refresh this screen. Maybe we can get some up to date stuff. One, a barking dog seldom bites. All right. Sometimes some of these proverbs are just so clear, so simple, that they don't even need a lot of discussion, And those aren't necessarily the fun ones, but still, I think that a lot of times we need to really look at them. So, family, what goes on with this particular proverb for me, right? In our lives, we have run into big talkers. We have run into loud talkers. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that you see is that they are rarely the ones that's taking about our life. They're rarely the ones that are able to deliver on all the stuff that they're saying. Just like those little dogs, they do all that barking, but as soon as you walk to them, they run off. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, I'm trying to bring fear in you, and if I could bring fear in you, then it makes me feel better about attacking you. But if I don't bring that fear up in you in the way that I want, I can't really attack. You know what I'm saying? We could compare this to politicians talking to us. They got this big bark while they with us and shit to get us all hyped up and shit. We get excited with them and shit, and then when it's time for them to deliver, there's no bite. You know what I'm saying? Our agenda, the shit that we need, takes the back seat. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to understand and start being able to watch those with the big bark and no bite. We have to really start categorizing people in our lives and people in our tribal lives and people in our community lives, people in our city lives, people in our state lives, people in our national lives, people in the world, on the world stage that then somehow influence our lives. Oftentimes we got to really look at what they deliver, because the bite is the delivery, right? The bite is the delivery. And if a motherfucker only could bite when somebody is scared, are they really about that life? We got a bunch of people around us that's not really about this life. We got a bunch of people that's in this thing that we call consciousness, that's not really involved in what we're involved in, but they got the big bark. We all know those super spiritual people that don't do shit. We all know those super gangster people that don't do shit. We know those super militant people that don't do shit. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm saying, you can see a lot of barking going on social media, right? I try to stay away from the arguments and shit, because it's like a lot of times you arguing with people that would never be involved in the first damn place. You're wasting your time. So one of the things that I strive to do is I want to deal with individuals who are showing that they have some bite, showing that they have some soul, right? Because like, for example, what I was telling some of y'all about this whole election piece, because people like, Brother Tim, what about the election and blah, 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 we got to win. People tend to gravitate towards someone who's doing a lot of talking before they realize it's just talk. And sometimes by then it's too late. Miss Cynthia Johnson, right? She says also mouth almighty, right? Now, family, I want y'all to understand this. I want y'all to understand this too. As far as our quest as black folks, one of the things we got to understand is that all battles we don't win. What we want to win is the goddamn war. Understand that. So sometimes this means we're going to go into battles where we are not going to win. So we can't just be having all that mouth and shit and not take action. Even if that action means that you might not go win. But what happens is that when you are real about your shit, and you're not only putting your voice up there, but you're putting your actions up there, even if there's a defeat, the next time a motherfucker approaches you, they're going to approach you with a certain level of respect. We got to understand this. You know what I'm saying? I learned this when I was young, because like I said, you got individuals, like I said, you got three types of individuals. You got the individuals that like to fight, and that's very rare. They like 5% of the population. Then you got those that like that can fight but really don't like to do it. That's about 10%. Then you got 85% that just want to win. We got to get out of that 85% piece, right? We don't like to fight, but we can fight. And when we get out there, we just as good as in most cases, as the motherfuckers that really like to fight. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, boom, you don't have to win all the time. What you have to do is let a bully know, motherfucker, listen, you're going to take my life. And most of the time, you find out that bully is one of those dogs with that loud bark. Because when you start barking back, motherfucker barking at you, boom, boom, I'm barking back, and you know, I'm moving towards you. Brother Kwame said, respect is name of winning game. Right. If there is 5% to 10, if there's 5 to 10% chance that the barking dog actually bites, you take the chance. The rhetorical question that 5 to 10% who just love to fight and bite for the sake of fighting and biting. All right, see, because I'm like, people tend to, all right, towards someone who, okay, cool. And what I'm saying is, when we look from my experience, all I can talk from is from my experience. And then, but then also, you got the 80-20 rule, right? 80% don't do shit, 20% do. So I'm close, 15. I say it's about 85 that don't do shit. It's about 15% that can get out and do it. And it's 5% that really like doing it and get out and do it. I mean, we can see that in our organizations, can we not? You know what I'm saying? We get into the conscious organization and motherfuckers love being conscious, but motherfuckers don't love doing the work of consciousness. 85% of us, you know what I'm saying? 85% love being conscious, but it's only about 15% that's doing the work. And then even out of that 15%, you only got 5 that's really out there busting their ass. The other 10% tags along and keeps up with them and shit. But they, you know, boom, boom, boom. So it's the same piece, almost the 80-20 rule. And all I'm saying is the 85% of motherfuckers all around the world, 85%, they just want to win. And what we got to do is we got to realize that oftentimes family don't require a win to get your point across. All it requires is that you step up. Because if 85% of the people only want to win, if you present a challenge to them, they'll do nothing but bark and run away. Real dogs don't keep barking, they just start biting. My grandma used to say, if he got teeth, he'll bite. I done seen some dogs. You done ran into a lot of dogs that got teeth and ain't doing shit with them but eating Alpo. We know dogs that do shit like that. And we know people that do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Won't bust a grape. You know what I'm saying? So, this piece, let's read it again. It says, barking dogs seldom bite. Because, like, listen. A majority of the dogs that, do a lot of the barking, man, they got to be coaxed and all this, and they got to get the confidence they got you scared before they bite it. If you look at them motherfuckers, let them know. Now, pit bulls, let me tell you this. When you fucking with certain type of dogs that really bite motherfuckers, they ain't barking. They biting. Yeah, listen. I gave you the glare. You ain't moved. Fuck. I'm barking as I'm coming, grabbing at your ass. You know what I'm saying? And we got to understand that, right? When we dealing with people, when we dealing with organizations, let's look at the bites. When have you been biting? Are you biting or you just barking? Are you biting or are you barking? You know what I'm saying? I like to see a healthy combination of that shit. You know, I want the bark while I'm, you know what I'm saying? Some dogs, I done seen dogs that as they are on their way biting, they don't get the whole bark out. God damn, motherfucker, ain't even give me a warning, right? So you know what I'm saying. So it's something. It's a rule of thumb to just keep. You know what I'm saying. I think they call it heretic, something like that. Rule of thumb. You know what I'm saying? That, you can kind of look at that. And you can look at it with people and we can see how serious they are about it. Real dogs don't keep barking. They just start biting. My grandma used to say, and if they got teeth, he'll bite. So let's move to the next one. So somebody said, she busy. Well, brother Kwame said, we're going to move right into number 2. As soon as we start worrying, a solution pops up. What's up, Gina G?
Can I hear you read the story and I just sit there and then you can wait?
I'm not doing the story. The story was on Kuji Chakalia. Today is Ujima. We doing Proverbs. Why you just can't go to bed? It's bedtime. It's real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey family. I'm sorry. That's Miss Gina G. She said she just wanted to hear the story, but she got confused. So here we go. Refresh. Alright. So we're going to move to number 2. As soon as we start worrying, a solution pops up. Now, many of us, we experience this, right? It's called letting go, let the ancestors, letting go, let God, whatever, however you believe. And you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to shape or combat anybody's beliefs, but sometimes by us just releasing, you know what I'm saying? Just releasing ourselves from the worry, right? We free up the creative aspects of ourselves, because when we're stressed and we're worried about something, it does not allow that creativity within us to flow. So a lot of times we got to let stuff go. Brother Kwame say, idea must allow the mind the time to work out a remedy for whatever the problem or sickness. We got to give our mind time and give our mind space. This is why focusing on the breath. Like when we start our daily toast, take your breath, breathe. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we got to relax and just get into feeling our body and get out of our thoughts. Allow everything to work, because sometimes by us overstressing and overthinking things, we start missing the solutions. We make it too hard. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, actually, that comes from the stressful life that we live in, because many of us have to live. You know what I'm saying? We have to adjust. We have to roll with the punches and shit in life. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like, right after I get out of one solution, I got another solution. I mean, right after I get out of one problem, I got another problem. Right after I get another problem, I got another problem. You know what I'm saying? So now I used up some creativity on that first problem. I'm going to use up some creativity on the next problem, and I was able to focus my willpower. But then what a lot of people don't understand is that some of this willpower is limited. You know what I'm saying? It actually taxes you. So like when you're physically or emotionally dealing with something, it's draining energy. So when it starts draining energy, you have less energy to allow the creative process to happen. So what we need to start learning how to do is learning how to automatically relax ourselves, anchor ourselves. Like in certain psychological movements, they talk about anchors. And a prime example of anchors that I always use is when it's a movie called Gladiator. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Y'all remember Gladiator? In the Gladiator movie, if you watch him from the beginning of the movie all the way to the end of the movie, he always anchored himself before he got into a battle. He would jump down, like in the very first scene, he jumped down off the horse, he dipped his hand into the dirt, he smelt the dirt, and he anchored himself. What we need to start doing is learning how to connect anchors so that we can go and get into that relaxed state, into that automatic state, and allow things to happen without us necessarily have to react, but giving us the time and the space so that we can allow the creative solution to come. The Hydra myth speaks of this. Must cut and burn in place of simply cutting the head off, as there are two that arise in its place, if not burnt, right? So we got to seal it off. So we got to learn how to back up and just relax and allow a solution to come. I quit worrying about purchasing my grandparents' house because of the money, and then the way was open. Thank you for the daily toast helping Regina Idrisu and I calling on our ancestors, Archie and Margaret Armstead. See, that's what I'm talking about. Now, as far as the daily toast, now, that's an anchor for me, right? Because I'm able to start my day off on doing something, right? That not only connects me to the spirit, but it also connects me to all the other 5 parts of the being. IMESP. Intuition, mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. Make that fit so I can punch life in his face. But I need to give it space, because sometimes I'm trying to make shit happen, right? And my intuition ain't involved. So I can't punch life like that, right? Sometimes my emotions is out of whack. I can't punch life like that, right? Sometimes my body is out of whack and my intuition is messed up. And you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I got to give it time, so that through the breath and through giving time sometimes. Because often what we find is because of the way we came up in America, because we got to understand that part of the whole slave mindset was, first off, you didn't have to think, and if you did have to think, you had to do it quick, or there would be a punishment. There were no mistakes allowed, or there would be a punishment. So there's a lot more stress on us because we're dealing with some ancestral. It's almost like if we got a collective mind, it's almost a collective sickness that's on us. Because generation after generation, a wrong decision would mean basically the end for us. Generation after generation, a wrong decision meant failure. It didn't, you know what I'm saying? It didn't mean the same for us as it meant for other cultures. A wrong decision meant death, right? So we associate failure with, in a sense, with dying. So it puts a lot of stress on us, and it cuts us off, because once we get into that peace with that pressure, and then all of a sudden that fear start rising up, that fear cuts off any creative solution, because it plugs you directly into that flight or fight, that flight or fight. And if there's nothing there for me to fight, you understand what I'm saying? I'm confused, right? And a lot of us, we exist in confusion, and we guess. Wrong decisions mean 2 other problems had to be resolved instead of the one. Go ahead, Kwame. Kwame, I hope it's clear tonight. I was planning to have it very clear, but my kids done lost my goddamn. I mean, family, I went out. I got me a new mic. Got a mic just for the YouTube, Facebook, and all that, and I can't even use this shit now. Not until I go out and buy something else. I gotta buy something else now, and I had it sitting. Actually, I had it sitting in the car, but that's a long story. You know what I'm saying? So we have to learn how to just, kind of start dealing with that stuff, right? And messing up is, it's part of it, and we have to just learn to relax. But a lot of us get so tense. You know what I'm saying? And we don't understand why. But the reason why is because we have trauma. We have intergenerational trauma that has been passed down to us. Right? And a lot of stuff we got to start learning how to deal with and overcome, so that we can start sitting back and making those decisions. Wears brothers and sisters out into over-analyzing problems rather than critical thinking out the resolution. You know what I'm saying? We get focused. You know what I'm saying? And our minds get caught up in a loop. So sometimes it's good just to relax. You know what I'm saying? As soon as we stop worrying, that worry is sparked by fear. Fear is the mind killer. I think that's a movie that said that. Fear is the mind killer. I think it was Dune. right? Fear is the mind killer. Once we start allowing that fear in, we're never going to make the right decision. Never going to make the right decision. Right? So, we got to go on and keep that in mind as we build, as we start building, right? Last one. Since we ain't got no call-ins, maybe people scared. I don't know. The old man's mouth may be twisted, but not his words. The old man. Now, what is the old man? Like I was working with my young people today. We have to become symbol literate, right? The old man's mouth may be twisted. Oftentimes, by us getting caught up into the appearance of things, we will miss the wisdom or the beauty that's coming from it. We get so caught up in the surface look of something that oftentimes we miss the wisdom that may be coming. The old man's face may be twisted. The old man's mouth may be twisted. And in us getting caught up in how the old man's or the old woman's or that wise person's face looks, or even in some of the words that they're saying, we miss it because we're caught up and physically fixated on them rather than actually listening to the words of wisdom that they may be speaking to us. We miss the wisdom. Oh, he was upset, he was cussing, mouth was twisted all up, he was very passionate. You know what I'm saying? But we couldn't catch the wisdom because we got caught up on his twisted mouth. We didn't listen to the words. You know what I'm saying? How many times we done walked past a book? I mean, think about this. How many times have you walked past a book and you saw the cover and you saw the title and you was like, I'm going to read that shit. And then finally, when you get an opportunity to read the book, you be like, God damn. Got caught up on the surface because once you opened up the book, you got to see what was inside of it. And oftentimes, since we get so caught up in the physical appearance of things, rather than the really taking time to be like, boom, it's deeper than that. See, that's true respect. Being able to look at something deeper than just the surface, right? Respect. To see again. That's what I teach my young people. To see again. Taking time to see again. Listen again. Hear again. Right? Rather than just getting caught up in immediately what you see. You understand? Because sometimes these eyes can be a hindrance to us really accumulating what we need in life to succeed. Because we caught up on appearances. Like wanting to win all the goddamn time. Rather than realize that sometimes to get the ultimate win, we have to lose. Because in losing, we expose our weaknesses. In losing, we have to sit back and relax. Stop worrying. So that we could be creative to come up with solutions to win ultimately. That's my goal. To win ultimately. Right? So, family, I ain't going to belay it any longer. We didn't get no call-ins, and that's cool. Family, I still love y'all. I want to thank those that took the time to tune in and check us out on Gye-Nyame Journey. You know what I'm saying? I want to remind y'all that we got the mall popping off. Patai Hotep tells us we must listen to the ignorant as well as the scholar. Why? One doesn't know if one is ignorant or a scholar until one has heard what he or she has to say. Word. Thank you for those, Brother Kwame. So, you know, in us building, we do have to give time to everyone. But let me go back. I want to remind everybody that we will be having, think about this, I want y'all to come out. We will be having the G&J Mall popping off on Kaumba, which is the 23rd, which is 2 days away. Because the day the 21st, tomorrow the 22nd, that next day which we call Kaumba's 23rd, because I don't want nobody calling me right before I go to bed talking like, you need to do some push-ups, because that's how we get down here, right? But on Kaumba, from 12 to 6, we will be up at the Millennium Community School, 3500 Refugee Road, and we're going to have vendors up in the place. Come and support the vendors. Come network with your family. Come check out the African Heritage Diet cooking class that's going to be given by Sister CeeLo. I think somewhere around 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? Before the movie, right? I think it might be another workshop. I haven't got confirmation on it yet. If I need to do something, I will. The young men will be up there, so y'all come meet some of the warriors. Some of the old men to be up there. Y'all come meet some of the nation builders and some of the elders. Y'all come and support. We also will have the movie at 3 o'clock, and we're going to be watching The First Purge. I know a lot of people like, I don't want to see the... No, listen. This movie was selected for a reason. Come check it out so we can have that discussion.
This call is being recorded.
Who this calling in?
It's Shaka.
Man, why you always late? You don't even know what we talking about. I already know. You don't even know what we talking about.
Man, you was talking about the mall on, what day is that called again?
Kaumba, man. Kaumba.
The day after tomorrow.
The day after... That sounds like a movie we might need to watch. The Day After Tomorrow. That corny-ass movie. Wasted my money.
Oh, man.
Well, go ahead. You got something you want to share? Because I was just about to close it out.
I know. I felt that energy. I want to make sure you did your checklist.
I got everything.
You told him about the thing that's happening on Kaumba?
Told him about the thing that's happening on Kaumba. Once again, for those that didn't hear, we're doing the mall, the G&J Mall. Come on out, support. We still got room for more vendors, but we got a nice array of things. We going to have cleaning products. We got jewelry. I think we got oils and incense and candles. We got food. We got, did I say jewelry already? I said jewelry. We got clothing. We have a Yanni spa coming up there. Ain't no Yanni cleaning going on, but they still gonna be stuff up there for that, so that you gonna make you some arrangements. Sound like someone is pouring a brew. What's that? I don't know what it is. I'm not. Damn, that's a good idea though, Kwame. You put a thought on my mind. You know what I'm saying? So, and we're gonna have a real good time. And the key piece, remember, the importance of a market is the people coming together and exchanging information as well as currency. All right? So even if you don't have money, come up, see some stuff, because you might see some stuff and you be like, boom, I'm going to save up for it next month, because we're going to do this on a monthly basis. Because we're really in the process of trying to create something that's culturally stabilizing. And the market is very culturally stabilizing. Why? Because first off, it allowed those businesses within that community, within that tribe, and within those groups of tribes to be able to come together in a safe place and trade. It allows them to trade amongst each other and allow them to trade amongst the common folk. You know what I'm saying? And it creates that blood flow where we got information and where we're rubbing shoulders and we're able to talk, and you know there could be discussions about health, there could be discussions about history, there could be discussions about movies, there could be discussions about raising children, there could be discussions about a whole bunch of different things all going on in this place, as well as news being passed around the community. You know what I'm saying? About principles that's popping off, about other events that's popping off, about future events that's popping off. And we need a place like this so that we can come together and commune as a group. Family, you do not know how important this is. Do we have a Wait, what's a probability table, Kwame? And I'm gonna let him go and answer that. But go ahead, Shaka.
You know, I was thinking about that earlier, what you was talking about in terms of the cultural appropriateness of our product and service base and things like that. Now listen, and I get it, because a lot of times we be trying to like, you know, get folk involved with the deeper aspects. Like you got, you do the June and stuff like that. You got to educate folk. But then like it be some folk that show up with like a confection table, and you can't say no to sweets.
Hell no. I'm not saying no to no sweets. Shit.
You can't say no to sweets. You know what I mean? At the brownie table and stuff like that. Even though, so I was thinking about this. Now, Hatem, you heard of zucchini bread, right?
Right.
I've had some wonderful zucchini bread in my time. I would love to be able to go to one of these types of functions and get some zucchini bread. But you know what else I done came up on, and I don't know. I don't know if this is a new thing for you or if this is something that I'm just brand new to. But have you ever had beet cake?
Beet cake?
Yes.
Nah, but I can imagine because remember I had to stop making the beet ambrosia because beets are sweeter than, they have so much, a majority of the sugar that a lot of people eat, they don't even know come from beets. Look at the ingredients.
Exactly, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I had some beet cake, and the night that I had it, people was hard pressed trying to get me to believe that whole cake was made out of beets.
Man, I don't doubt it. I love beets, man. I love me some beets. I love me some beets.
I wish that was my lane, but I know it's not. But having zucchini bread and beet cake and what's the other one? They put the carrots and the nuts in it. Carrot cake. You know what I mean? Those things I can, they get a pass because they got vegetables in it a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Hey, listen, peanut brittle get a pass. I mean, it's like the fact of the market is because I don't want people just thinking shea butter and jewelry and shit. This is a market. Family, if you got old shit in your house that you think somebody else might want to purchase, by all means, come get a table, right? If you got zucchini bread or you make beet bread or, hell, check this out. My grandma used to make this stuff called 7-Up cake, and I just seen a 7-Up cake.
I know what 7-Up cake is.
Man, listen, my grandma used to make 7-Up cake, and I don't want to buy that shit from the store. It just don't feel right to me. I want,
they sell it right next to Louisiana Crunch Cake.
Man, I don't want it sold right now. I want to buy it from somebody that I can look at and be like, damn, you made this in your kid. Give me that. Give me some of that. Sister in the Fire will have zucchini bread. And it's famous. And brownies and pound cake that make you slap fire out someone. We got, she said, we got you, Brother Shaka. So they bring, okay. Hey, do y'all know, Sister Cynthia, do y'all know about this beet bread that he talking about? This beet cake?
Beet cake, yo.
Because I'm sitting up here like, nah, he got me. Nah, I'm going to have to go try to find some of this shit.
Hey, beet cake will make you be like, velvet cake who? Really? I mean, it's so much, like, it's rich. Don't get me wrong. It's rich, like almost brownie rich, but.
Ooh. So, Sister Cynthia says she got 7-Up cake for us next month. Brother Kwame just lost a couple of points because he said 7-Up cake was a family staple and he never liked it. Shame on you. Just shame on you, Brother Kwame. I'm going to pray for you. Sister Regina said, y'all ain't ready. We're going to see. No, but I investigate because I'm thinking about doing some vegan desserts. Because I'm sitting up here like, yo, because a lot of people be slipping on them beats, man. I'm telling you, listen, I literally had to stop making beet ambrosia because it was too volatile. And the only reason, like, that would be like grape. Let me tell you this. Beet will blow up before grape. I want you to understand that's how much sugar beets got in them. Oh, Brother Kwame say sweet potato pie. You know what I'm saying? But yo, what I want people to understand is,
are you kidding me?
Oh man, what I want people to understand is that there's room for all that. We're gonna have our young people up there. They're gonna be manning the garden table, so they're gonna have the fresh. I'm talking about fresh greens. Where after they sell out, those that remember during Kwanzaa when Cleve sold out, Cleve grabbed a pair of scissors and went straight to the because we grow it inside. Went straight to the tree and start cutting it. Oh.
Hey, you know what? You just reminded me, man. Whoever said sweet potato, y'all just reminded me. There's a sister in Columbus named Sister Patricia. And Sister Patricia make bean pies for diabetics. And I forget what kind. Y'all, hello? You with me?
I'm listening. I had to catch my breath. Bean pie.
Bean pies for diabetics. There's some special sugar that they use in it that don't make your levels spike. And I forget if they was $8 or $10. Anyway, I would wait until she used to make them for Necessary's mom. And I used to wait until Umi put her orders in, and I put my orders in with her. And get like 2 or 3 of them at a time. I'm telling you what. Bean pies, sweet potato pies, zucchini bread, beet cake, 7-Up cake. Man, I think that's... Okay,
that's
I need to quit.
Sweet. That's too much sweet. She
I need to quit.
She said, Sister Cynthia said, does anyone like baked rice pudding? Not the runny-ish West Asian eat. She said baked rice pudding. I haven't had rice pudding in a while, but if you bring some,
I haven't either.
If you bring some, I'm gonna try it.
But you know, I don't know if you remember how Tim. I used to make the bread pudding with the pineapples and.
I remember that.
Yeah.
She said, perhaps the youth would like to produce some veggies at 225 Medina once we are ready to start farming. Well, I mean, ain't nothing but talk to them, because you know what I'm saying. Because part of the program is that we gonna have to learn how to start producing staples, and there's nothing more staple than food. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us we get involved in businesses that don't provide staples. Food, clothing, and shelter are some of the basic things that we need to get some of our young people working on. So we can start food, clothing, and putting shelter and fixing some of these shelters out here. You know what I'm saying? Because like shit, I mean, Shaka came over to my house one day. Wasn't it you that fixed my porch? I mean, even though I had no money, my sons were so damn bad, man. Listen, they got in a fight on the porch, and one of them threw another one through the column on the damn porch.
That's holding the roof of the porch up.
The whole roof was about to fall off the goddamn porch. I'm sitting up here like, you dumb. Oh my god. Find some place to stay for a couple of days. I don't want to see you. You know what I'm saying? Shaka took a couple of nails and some screws and fixed it up. And we need those type of skills. And those are a lot of skills that we start overlooking because we wanted to, we thought those things was holding us back in life. I mean, because I used to, I believed that when I was coming through high school and stuff like that. I looked down on that type of shit because that's what everybody was telling me, especially in the education system. Oh, you're so smart. Oh, you're so smart. You're so smart. You need to go to college, right? And I went to college, and the whole time I was in college, my little cousin got him a trade and was doing $50 an hour. And then when I finally got my job, when I graduated from college, we was talking. He said, "What's up, cuz?" I said, "I'm cool." I said, "Man, I finally got my job out of college." He said, "How much you making?" And I said it because I'm too embarrassed right now. "How much you making, cuz?" I said. He said, "Stop playing." I said, "What the fuck you mean? Stop playing. You went to college all that time?" I said, "Well, how much you make?" He said, "Dude, I'm doing $50 an hour." This was
Wow.
in '98. God damn, $50 an hour. God damn. You know, but I should have known something because we played. I don't know if y'all remember the game of life. I played with him on the game of life.
Mm-hmm.
And I took the college road on the game of life. He took the other road. And he still beat me. I'm like, God damn, I played the game of life.
Hey, but you know what?
Hold on. Sister Cynthia say, well, we definitely need help with all of that from the community. Plumbing is our next phase. We need water for the farming piece. Any plumbers in the family? We're doing a complete rehab.
Y'all just see. That's the other thing too. Is that you know, when I come down, I mean, you know, sometimes I bring music instruments. I bring whatever's necessary for the trip. I need to bring my you know, if I gotta be bookman off
See, you telling your age. Hopefully everybody on here is old enough to know about bookman. Anybody out there know, if you know about bookman, throw some thumbs up. You know what I'm saying?
If I gotta put my bookman belt on, I'm there. I'm there. You know?
You know how to use it.
And I don't mind it neither. See, when people call me with my tool belt, I know that it's gonna be a good day. You know what I mean? Because I get to show what I do. You know what I mean? I get to put my, you know, I put my respect on it.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? And yeah, man. Yeah.
Miss Sister Cynthia say any and everything and anything anyone wants to contribute. Because they rehabbing their grandparents' house. So, but I'm just like, family, you know what I'm saying? See, and this type of stuff is the type of stuff that I want the market for, so that we go and talk about this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But we got to get the people to come out. So like and share, post up the things, because like I said, we want to do this once a month. So who knows where we'll be in 3 months? Because what happens when you get about 150 to 300 of black folks to come together? Maybe we could build, because the whole idea behind this Kwanzaa book was to build a thing where you could open it up, have a plumber open it up, boom, 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 and sometimes when we don't have money, if they are in our community, we can do some bartering. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, you know, she named about 3 different meals that she could lay somebody out with. My one of my elders told me, my elder Preston Harrison, senior, he told me, he's senior. I don't know if it's a third. If there's a third, would you still be a senior, or would you be the Preston Harrison the first? Because you're no longer a senior when there's a third. So I think Preston Harrison the first told me that back in the day when they was younger, they would get together on weekends and do like barn raisings. But instead of raising barns, they would take their skills and they would help a friend add to his porch, or in some cases even build a house. You know, he said, right. In between the bricks, we used to stack all the beers after we got done, because the person who you was helping was to provide the food and to bring the beer, and y'all would just, you know, y'all would make it sort of.
Ain't that what the Amish people do?
Is that what they do? They drink beer?
Yeah. Yeah, that's all the Amish. I mean, I'm saying, like, you ever seen the movie Witness?
The Amish don't drink beer, do they?
I ain't talking about beer. I'm talking about, like, on weekends for fun, they build houses.
Right. I mean, and I imagine if you had those skills, even when you learning it, because y'all, you know, I mean, it's like, that's some real community build. I mean, now when you building something, that's truly nation building. You understand what I'm saying?
You right, and that's the thing, is that, like, man, I don't understand all of what goes into disrupting that mind state. Like, when we invest, like, you understand that here I am in my first investment, talking about all the people I want to move into this, into a, you know what I mean, into functionality.
Right.
And the piece is that we get that one thing done. It ain't never a dull moment. It ain't, you know, yeah, we can sit and have some peace time where we woo-saw or whatnot. But when that first site is done, it's time for us to move to the next city and get the next site done and grow our tribe, expand our tribe, expand the functionality of the real estate that we own collectively. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, you know, hey, you know, if I live long enough,
Oh,
you know,
you
I want to have
listen.
one.
I think it's going to be some major changes coming very soon, man. You know what I'm saying? Because part of the issue that we have is, I mean, a lot of us don't have no money. None.
You know what? That you're right. That part is changing right now. Right now, yeah. We got some stuff to talk about.
Man, I mean,
that stuff is changing.
Oh man, I mean, and because the whole wealth gap thing is, and the calcification of wealth is a real thing for many of us. So many of us,
hold on one second.
Many of us thought that, or may think that we're living a middle class lifestyle, but wealth wise we're not. Salary wise we are. Wealth wise, nah. You know, I could just be speaking for me because for all I know, there might be a bunch of ballers just listening to me right now. But it's some.
I mean, Hatem, you know what to think? Yo, I know that. Oh, I don't know if they're listening in right now, but you know, I ask myself that question a lot. Like, you know, because especially where I live at Hatem, I know people with long money, old money. Cleveland Heights is where all the old money in Cleveland is at. All right? And so the piece is that when I go out and I talk to these old motherfuckers, when I talk to them, I know that they got, but getting them to believe in what it is that I'm raising is something else. Getting them, this one dude, every week, he's an old NFL player. Like, played with, during Joe Namath's time, all right? This old dude, he sits in one of his establishments all throughout the week, and all he got is those cars from the 50s, and they in mint condition. Like, he probably got about 12 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the dude that manages the spot, he's like, yeah, man, I sit down with Joe maybe 5 hours out the day. He's like, anytime we see you guys go up the street, he always makes mention because he loves your son. You know what I mean? I'm like, So now I'm thinking about this shit, like, all right, what's that, you know, when you say you love my son, you understand what I'm saying? Then where are we at in our community where we can put our money where our mouth is, where we can invest in that in which we say we love? You know what I mean?
Brother Kwame say heights. Brother Kwame
Mm-hmm.
said height signifies they live above everyone else.
You're right, and that's that entitlement, and that's what makes me very weary about the space that I'm in, is because I know that that's the case, and I know that that's where my disconnect with those folks is that you know, when you standing on that high and mighty plane, it's very hard to fake the funk. Like, that's not what you think. You know what I mean? And that's why a lot of people don't like getting into the deeper conversations with me, because it's only a matter of time before we revealing your position in the whole
right. But
you know what I mean?
But one of the things you also might need to recognize that, you know what I'm saying, because they might not have as much bread as you think, but I could be wrong. I'm just saying, because like I said, when we look at the numbers, well, actually,
Mm-hmm.
I take that back, because the boomers have a majority of the wealth, and according to what you're saying, the dude you're talking about is a boomer. Our boomer, the
Yeah.
boomer, and a lot of them dying with it. But listen, I ain't gonna hold up because we've been on here 1 hour and 14 minutes, and I don't want to belabor the point. I gotta find this damn cord because I went out and bought this damn mic and I can't use it because my kids, my children. It's real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. I was ready for the show. I had everything typed in and was ready at 9 o'clock, and I took out my new mic, tried to plug it in, and said, "Where is my goddamn cord to my phone?" Brother Kwame said, "My boy was a principal at their high school, and they ran him off quick, fast, in a hurry after seeing him through the rebuilding of a new high school." They probably was mad because they ain't had no more money after they built that goddamn high school. I'm just saying. All right, this is Brother Hotel. You know what I'm saying, family? Remember Black first. We're going to keep it. We're going to keep on building. I will see you in the morning for the Daily Toast. Lift up the ancestors. Shouts out to Sister Cynthia, because I see you doing the work. Sister Cynthia and her sister, who were able, I think it's Miss Regina, were able to go and purchase their grandparents' home, and now they're converting it. And I got to come see it because they say they got land to farm, and we definitely need to get a community farm because, like I said, this little backyard I got right here is not enough. I'm trying to talk my mom into it because, because I was looking at my mom's little piece of land. I said, would you let us get some beehives on your? Hell no. I said, okay, I'll check with you in a couple of months. Because hell no means maybe. Because I know my mom. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? If she ain't hit me, I got a chance. So, because I want to build the beehive somewhere where I'm going to be, where I know she's going to, where I know it's going to be there. I'm not going to be here, so I don't want to put no beehive here. And I don't want to have to move the damn beehive with me. Because if I thought moving a cat and a dog was hard, I want you to imagine trying to move a bunch of goddamn bees. Oh, yeah, we want some beekeepers. Well, I not only do, but we going to have to learn how to be beekeepers because now, honeys can be a staple. We also had this June and Ambrosia, the staples. I mean, we just have to find something that we can create year round. These gardens, the way we doing them, if we can make them.
Man, listen. I'm always like thinking a little bit bigger than my pockets can handle. But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm just putting this out in the universe right now. I came across a little storefront church with a huge 2-bedroom setup at the top, and it's gonna have to be laid out from the electric, gutted, the electric, plumbing, and all of that. But the piece is that, man, right now for $3,700 and a $4,000 tax lien, that can be. Yeah, that can be the eatery. That could be the place where we cultivate the June. That could be where, you know what I mean?
Right.
All kinds of stuff. But like I say, I'm always so this is one of those things where I'm like, I'm putting it out in the universe just because if the resources happen, it ain't as substantial as the other spot, but it's a start. You know what I mean? So we'll see.
Right.
We'll see.
So, family, I want to say peace. I want to remind you that you are now in the congregation of mighty, where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. And of course, this is a Heart of Some production, and this has been another Tribal Quotes, Day 61. But we strive to blow up your old paradigms. I will see you on Kaumba from 12 to 6 up at 3500 Refugee Road. The marketplace is open. The mall is open. Come on out and let's communicate and let's share and let's trade. Peace. I'm out.